Hey guys, assalamualaikum. It's Jenna G. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen for another cooking video. So this week's lineup, as you probably would realize, is a sort of pasta sort of theme. Each week the videos are all have a similar sort of theme going. So in today's video we do another pasta dish. This time it's one of my absolute favorite pasta dishes out there, and that's chicken alfredo with mushrooms and spinach. I actually have two other Alfredo videos up already on my channel, two different ways of making Alfredo. One is actually a jerk Alfredo as well, so I'll post the links for those videos down below so you guys can go check it out. But let's jump straight into this video for our chicken Alfredo. So these are the ingredients we need for our chicken Alfredo with mushrooms and spinach. I'm going to be using some whole grain linguine for this video. I'm going to be using some fresh parsley, spinach leaves, my chicken breast that I have already cleaned and sliced. I'm going to be using some evaporated milk, cooking cream, unsalted butter, or you can use margarine if you like, mushrooms. I'm adding some pimento for some extra flavor, and we're going to need some onion and garlic as well. So let's talk about the mushrooms. The mushrooms that I'm using are the portobello mushrooms, but if you get the white button mushrooms or any other mushrooms you can use, preferably fresh, though I think fresh mushrooms in Alfredo pasta is the bomb. And to clean it, I know many of you are going to ask how I usually clean it. I usually just damp a paper towel or a napkin and I just wipe each one off gently. Once I've cleaned them all up, I'm going to just slice them up into small pieces. You can slice it in thin slices, and the good thing about this is you can add any amount of the mushrooms that you like. For me, Alfredo pasta and mushrooms is a must-have. I absolutely love mushrooms in Alfredo pasta. So once I've got all my mushrooms sliced up, I'm going to do the same thing for the onions. Now I'm going to cut the onions up a little thin, so I'm going to chop it up actually because I don't want to get too many chunks of the onion in the Alfredo pasta. Then I'm going to be peeling my garlic, and once I've peeled all of my garlic, I'm just going to be grating them. So we've got our mushrooms done, our onions all chopped up, garlic grated, and we've got the pimentos there to use as well. Next thing I'm going to be doing is seasoning my chicken. So I'm adding some of the JGM Products all-purpose seasoning, MSG free. I'm going to add some garlic powder as well to this for some extra flavor. And I'm also adding some paprika to the chicken as well. I'm just going to mix it all up, and they're fairly thinly sliced chicken, so I'm not going to really leave it for too long to marinate. So once I have the chicken all seasoned up there, the next thing I am going to do is actually put the pasta to boil. So I'm going to put the linguine into a pot of water, and you can cook it according to the package instructions. I'm going to be adding just a little bit of salt in it, but be very careful when you're adding, or if you do choose to add salt, because Parmesan cheese is usually used in Alfredo pasta and it could add some saltiness to the dish. So we've already seasoned the chicken with the all-purpose seasoning which contains salt. So you just want to be mindful if you are going to be adding some salt to the pot while your linguine is boiling. But while the pasta is actually boiling, to save on some time, what you can do is actually start making the Alfredo sauce and cooking the chicken. So to a pot, I'm going to be adding the butter. I'm going to let that melt over low medium heat, and then to that I'm going to add my chicken pieces. So I'm just going to cook it on each side for about a minute to 2 minutes. Because it's chicken breast, I don't want to overcook them because they will get very chewy. So I'm just going to leave them, depending on the thickness of your chicken though. Be careful about the cook time because we do have to cook the mushrooms and the onions as well. So when the chicken is just about 3/4 way cooked through, I'm going to add in the mushrooms, the onions, the garlic, and the pimentos. I'm going to mix everything up nicely, and I'm just going to let this cook properly. You want chicken pieces to cook fully now, you want the mushroom pieces to cook, and you want that onions to cook as well. Be careful not to burn the onions though, very very important. We don't want a burnt taste in our Alfredo pasta. Next, I'm going to add in the cooking cream and also the evaporated milk. Now you can use all cooking cream. I did not have enough of the cooking cream to use alone, so I just added some of the evaporated milk. Now I know many of you guys are going to ask about the cooking cream. If you aren't able to get the cooking cream, you can check down below in the description box for this video. I will put some substitutes that you guys can use in place of the cooking cream, just in case you don't get your hands on it. A simple one is evaporated milk alone and just add some flour to thicken it up, or you can go with some milk and some melted butter and you've got your substitute for the cooking cream. So look out for that down below in the description box, just in case you can't get your hands on that cooking cream. So I'm going to let this cook for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Now I'm adding in the spinach leaves at this point, but if you prefer to get that crunch in the spinach leaf, which personally sometimes I actually prefer, not sure why I added it in here, but this is an option as well. If you do want to not really crunch on your spinach leaves, you can add it in here like I am doing. If not, you can add it in just when we're adding in the pasta as well, so that it can cook slightly with the heat but not fully, and you'll still get that nice crunch in the spinach leaves. So it's up to you guys when you're making your Alfredo pasta when you're going to add in the spinach. Now at this point, you can add in your Parmesan cheese to this Alfredo sauce. You want to get some of that nice Parmesan flavor in your Alfredo sauce. Be mindful that the Parmesan cheese will add some saltiness to the sauce, so don't go crazy adding salt until you add the Parmesan cheese and until you taste it. So I'm just going to mix everything up there, and this actually does not take long to put together. Once your chicken is all cooked, your Alfredo, your sauce is nice and it thickens up a bit. You're going to add in your cooked linguine or fettuccine, whichever pasta you choose to use. Give this a nice stir, mix everything all up, and I'm using whole grain pasta. I'm going to be honest though, I'm not a fan of whole grain pasta. I would prefer the regular pasta to be used, but you know, trying to be a little healthier with the dish. So it's up to you if you prefer the whole grain pasta or the regular pasta. Remember, taste it and adjust the salt if necessary. That all-purpose seasoning is a must-have in your kitchen, and it contains salt. If it's one thing that I would advise that you guys keep, is that all-purpose seasoning, which has the salt in it. So taste it and adjust accordingly at this point. Believe it or not guys, this is your chicken Alfredo pasta with your spinach and your mushroom. Just remember, like I was saying about the spinach, you see like how most of that spinach leaf has already wilted down there. If you prefer more of a crunch on your spinach leaves, now is when you would add the spinach to the pot. And last but not least, to top it all off, you can use chopped up chive if you have chive. If you don't have the fresh parsley like I'm using, you can just garnish with chive, or you can even make it interesting and add some fresh herbs to your Alfredo pasta. But for me, give me Alfredo pasta, the linguine or the fettuccine with mushrooms in that Alfredo sauce, some extra Parmesan sprinkled on top, and that is my absolute perfect Alfredo pasta. Easy like that guys, we've got our chicken Alfredo dish done. Not too bad, right? It's pretty simple. I know it's one of our favorites every time we go out to eat somewhere. Actually, I enjoy getting chicken Alfredo whenever we go somewhere. It's one of my favorite things. So like I would have mentioned, there are many different ways to go about making Alfredo dish, the Alfredo sauce. In my other video actually that I would have mentioned earlier on, I actually use cream cheese. You can use cream cheese in there as well. And like I would have mentioned, the substitute for cooking cream, if you can't get your hands on cooking cream, I'll post that down below in the description box so you guys could go check it out in case you want to try it and you just can't get that cooking cream anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try it out. Past 3 videos would have been pasta related. We did the macaroni pie, that one was done in Spanish. We did stew chicken noodles, Trinidad sort of pasta dish, and now we did the Alfredo pasta. So I hope you guys check out all the videos. I will post the links for them down below so you guys can check them out. And be sure to try this Alfredo dish, simple version. And just remember one more thing, you can add just about anything you want in your Alfredo. I like to keep it simple though, because I like to get that cooking cream flavor in it. That is what, and the Parmesan, I think that's just perfect with the mushrooms for me. But if you want to experiment, add anything else, any other veggies you like. So thanks so much for watching this video. Try it out, send me pictures when you do send them. Much love, always appreciated the love and the support from you guys. Always appreciated. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.